we start with it's still comically dusty. Spider webs are hanging off of it even as it trudges into the arena. This mech has not been seen for almost 5 years since its last pilot died minutes after using it. The Shadowhawk Acheron begins its march into the arena, where everyone has gotten silent in the factory as it makes its reappearance. The announcer stops for a moment as if to pay respects to a fallen gladiator and says, "Now entering from the second mech gate, Adam Kaseki, aka the Tin Man, in his first ever Solaris gladiatorial match, challenging Andre the Immortal LaFoe for rank 93 Unlimited." What's your intro like, Tin Man?
The mech walks out slowly and eventually comes to a stop. There's no lights, no pyrotechnics. Just a slow and somber move out until a bit of light, mournful, like string music begins playing. Slightly like reminiscent of a Spanish guitar. And Adam, sitting on the shoulder of his mech, reads out a little bit of something that he wrote. He grabs the microphone and says, "There is a future that I hope to see, were I not a fighter, but lover be, where I found a queen to which I am sworn, and guard her happiness until the morn. But alas, this future has not come to pass. So heartless and brutal, it's here I stand, not for me, but to tear apart by hand all that you are, to be laid in the sand. What a tragic display. Won't it be grand?"
Okay. Your opponent comes out. Free Worlds League flags on the back of his mech. Explosions everywhere in the shape of, like purple fireworks with occasionally gold mixed in there. You see that there's markings all over the mech, sponsorships. But probably the biggest one that is on the front of the mech is like a giant Greek letter for row. Your opponent comes out and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I know it can be difficult, but I will make myself visible now, even in my wraith. I'm here once again to represent Curtis Militech. Yes, the Curtis hydroponics that is in each of your houses making water filtration. The Curtis hydroponics out there that is creating jump ships and drop ships. That very same company is now bringing you the Wraith TR1. This machine will provide superior maneuverability on the battlefield at a price that anyone can afford. Thank you very much." At the end of it, let's roll.
So quick thing.
You might need to fill in your Acheron's.
The game is not showing up for me.
Oh, you know where that is?
You are
because just like the Wraith, I am also invisible.
Excellent.
I'm cosplaying as Andre the Immortal LaFoe, who, as we know, is just budget John Cena.
Oh, Andre. I can think of few things more foolish than to call oneself immortal.
Are you going to
One
put that
day I
name to
will
the
show you
test?
why.
The Wraith TR1. Let's take a look at it. So this mech looks pretty cool, actually. It's got like a death head skull on it with antennas. And then the arms very obviously have the pulse lasers in them. It is fast. It's really fast. For a mech that doesn't have TSM or mask or a supercharger, it is fucking fast as shit. It's a 7.11.7. It's got speed, man. The Sync Eraser Jenner. And then beat the Jenner to death. This Wraith, I think, was intended to replace the Wolverine, but
it's a little light for that.
I mean, but it can carry out that mission profile while being almost twice as fast.
I mean, yeah.
It is a light mech hunter. Okay. I'm gonna get my free Worlds League dice. What can you tell us about that Tin Man now that we got to look at him?
Adam Kaseki is tall, just a little over 6 foot. Not like, you know, crazy tall, but is above average height, and is his skin is a very dark tan, from likely a long time spent stationed on a desert world somewhere along the clan front. His hair is a very like matte black, almost no like oil or sheen to it, and he has it tied back in a short ponytail. Visibly on his almost probably one of the only things that has been updated about the Acheron is that the name has been like painted over, and like the mech is only like partially painted. They didn't have time to get it all done because Kaseki has only been on planet for a few days. But his it is painted over as the Golem, and there's a bit of like stone, gray and black texturing to the area around the name, and also underneath the name is a katana symbol that people would recognize as the symbol of a Sunjang military academy graduate of the Draconis Combine.
Yeah. I got a 7 initiative.
I have a 6.
Okay. I will choose to come in from the east side.
Okay. I will follow in the footsteps of Gleamo of the Western Gate.
You know, I'm gonna have to include that as a meme somewhere in the show at some point.
Still 3 hexes from the edge?
Yeah.
All right, I'm good.
If you're more than 3 hexes, like if you're 4 hexes, you should take 1 step closer to the edge.
I'm nowhere close to breaking.
This is all about that bass. And also, no treble. Very well, let's roll. 12.
11. Damn. Awfully light on weapons.
I mean, when you're in the enemy's rear arc, you don't need that many weapons. So you know you have to make a PSR to go through each of those.
I do.
Yes, +1 for each. For the
Yes.
rebel.
Yeah, sorry, I said it like it was a question.
Okay.
I am on. Adam Kaseki moves forward, I believe 8 in a straight line. Yeah. I want to activate the supercharger and go for 10 for the +4. You know what? I will. Yes, we'll go ahead and activate supercharger, and immediately spend a point of edge because I rolled double ones.
Incredible.
Excellent. So then I go here.
Well, you got to make those PSRs first. Yeah.
Yes. 4. That's plenty.
You have a skill of 3.
Yes, I have a skill of 3, and also these are 1 less difficult for me. Actually, 2 less difficult for me.
How is that possible?
Because Adam Kosecki has some SPAs. And then the other one is an 8, which is even better.
Sure. All right, he jumps behind 2 layers of 2 high cover. There's no shot. So, I mean, the crowds are literally like, oh shit, like the battle's literally already engaged. Like the 2 guys are within, you know, they're going to be in punching distance next round. So they're hyped up. That's a 6.
That's an 11. I do build heat on my last turn, too. I built a 9. As Adam just like blasts a bunch of lasers out in like a foray.
He takes some cover behind debris. Factory is a mess, as it always is, artistically so.
All right. Okay. So first thing we do before I even start my turn is I have to come over here and on the dice, I have to make a roll to activate supercharger for the second turn. Another 10. So that means my movement is now 12 for a run.
Okay.
For this round. Rotate 2 hexes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then directly in front of him. I moved 12. And there's 4 turns in that.
No,
so
wait,
I
how
only
did
have,
you get up to 12? Don't you only have a... Oh, no, you do have a 12. All right, well, that
I have a
fault.
12 when TSM is active.
I moved far enough away that I thought I would be 1 step away from an 11.
With TSM, my walk speed becomes 6, and then
It's fine.
supercharger doubles.
It was a mistake on my part.
So yeah, time to put Immortal to the test. That is a +3. That. And then I believe we're in the
shooting phase.
in kill zone.
We're in the end game now.
Yep.
Yeah, he's alpha striking, of course. Nope. Yes. Medium pulse laser to the right arm.
Okay.
And medium pulse laser to the left torso.
I am very okay with both of those happening.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
All right. We will be firing. With. All right. So the Acheron has, or the Golem has dissipation 20. So I will be firing the ER large laser, the Gauss rifle, which is in minimum range, so it has a +2
+2.
difficulty. One medium laser and 2 small lasers. And that will put me at exactly 20 heat. So we'll start with the Gauss rifle. Adam Kaseki is a 2 gunnery. He ran, makes it a 4. Andre's evasion makes it an 8. And the medium range plus his heat makes it an 11 to hit. So this is going to be rough. For everything else, it should just be an 8.
I was going to say, for everything else, there's MasterCard, but okay.
Gauss rifle misses. Figured. Ooh, ER large laser also misses.
Managed to evade the big stuff.
Medium laser misses. Come on, small lasers, don't let me down. Oh, small laser 1 misses. And small laser 2 misses. We get nothing.
Wow. All right, so the announcer's going crazy as this guy jumps backwards an incredibly long distance using the massive leaps of the Wraith. And you run after him, running along the lake's edge. He blasts part of your mech off and you vomit forth fire and nothing hits. But as your mech, briefly takes a hit, you black out for a moment and you find yourself once again fighting alongside Elysium Fields, Asator at your side, as your company of mechs is being overrun by 2 stars of smoke jaguars. What are you doing?
Holding down the trigger.
What did you pilot in Elysium Fields? I don't know that we ever discussed that.
In Elysium Fields, I think he probably piloted a he probably piloted a like one of the fresh off the line. He's got a Rakshasa.
God, so an abomination. All right. So yeah, like you hear someone say, "This is Mech Warrior Blair, pilot of the Soul Nova of Star 2. I challenge the pilot of the Rakshasa to single combat."
I'm surprised you're so eager to die today.
Do you accept Freeborn?
If it means killing you, absolutely.
All right, so like the 10 members of the 2 stars begin literally squaring up to do one-on-one combat, as like half of Elysium Fields Zelbringens and the other half doesn't, and it just starts devolving as you're getting into combat, you're setting your Rakshasa, and the Nova just lands behind you and says, "Nothing personal, Freeborn." And Alpha strikes you. We cut back to the present. He's gonna kick you, for certain.
We will try.
Yes, he will. It will succeed.
Excellent.
Right leg.
Okay.
Or
11, I believe.
11. Yep.
Cool. I throw 2 punches. These hit on 3 pilot. 2 for the run makes it 5. 4 for your evasion makes it 9. But 1 for the Shadowhawk. -1 for the Shadowhawks. Battle Fists makes it a solid 8. That is a hit. That is 12 damage in the left torso.
Okay.
And then the other one misses. And I believe I need to make a quick piloting skill roll because he kicked me.
Yep.
All right, hold on. I have to do the math for this real quick because that's actually going to be pretty close.
Oh shit.
Uh,
I mean, if you have a 3 and you get kicked, it's a 3. You've succeeded.
yeah, okay.
Yep. Mech is kicked is literally 0.
Yeah. Oh, that's why I had to check. I was like, because I didn't remember
Yep. There's no problems. You're good. All right.
Cool. So Adam keeps it up.
6.
10.
Jesus, what a surprise. A mech meant to get into the enemy's rear arc gets to melee range and now suddenly can't win initiative. Even with this fucking huge jump range.
Mm-hmm. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that is a normal run. Oh, let me do that. Okay.
I'm gonna fire 1 large pulse laser, 1 medium pulse laser.
All right. Adam is going to fire. Instead of the Gauss rifle, he's just going to fire 3 small lasers. The ER large and the and the regular medium.
I missed both shots.
Okay.
As Acer Combat would say, shot trashed.
All shots hit on 8s for me. Big gun misses again. Medium laser. Medium laser hits in the head for 5.
Man. I activate. Battle Drill 4. He does not take a head hit. I mean, he doesn't take the pilot damage.
That's another medium laser hit. 3 damage to the left arm.
You said medium laser?
No, small laser. 3 damage left arm.
All right. Got it.
Second small laser does 3 more to the left arm. And the third small laser misses.
Okay.
I think in the like flash of light, it's back to the Nova behind him. And he just starts laughing over the comms as the Nova gets shot in the back by Asator, who's set up right behind Adam.
Unbelievable. No! No! As like his cockpit ejects off. All right. Kick. We did the shooting, right? Yeah, you finished shooting. All right, so kicking. That's a hit.
Okay. I'm glad I have fully armored legs.
Yeah, I just checked them. All right, left leg takes 11.
Ooh, you'll love to see it. All right. 2 punches, hitting on 8s. That is a hit. That is 12 damage right torso. And then a miss on the second punch.
Works for me. You'll need to make a PSR.
We're good. How do you look? Not great. The side torsos. I need to get into them side torsos. Let's go. All right. Are you ready for initiative?
I am. I rolled an 8. Sorry, that's a 9.
I also have a 9.
Sure. Well, now I've got an 8.
I also have an 8.
Oh, yeah? Well, now I've got 13.
Okay. I choose to win initiative.
These are all such familiar moves. 1, 2. Hold on. Okay.
Okay. 2d6 roll to activate supercharger. Success. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
This would be a lot easier if Andre LaFaux had the kind of funding necessary to learn the jump jet SBA.
Jumping jack and pulse lasers like Ezekiel Novacat.
Jesus, this fucking...
Oh, did you miss the large pulse again?
I missed the second just full-on whiff here. Alright, well,
Oh.
at least I'll get a heat back. Go ahead. Make
Right, same
my
compliment as last
day.
time. ER large laser, 1 medium laser, 3 small lasers. All hitting on 8. Large laser finally connects. That's 8 to the left leg.
The left leg. Little did you know. Go ahead.
Medium laser hits. That's 5 to the right torso. Small laser number 1 hits. That's 3 to the right leg. Small laser number 2 misses. Small laser number 3 misses.
Okay. We're gonna kick.
Hopefully, Stat trackers let me know if I'm reading things out well enough for you guys to keep track easily.
I may not kick this time. I've been really fucking lucky so far. All right, I'll do it. Because this is the only way I'm going to possibly win at this point. Oh, no. Nope.
You missed?
Okay. I'm going to have to make a PSR at the end of this then.
Okay. Do I want to kick? You've got a leg that's weak now. I could do 22 and just blast one right open. No, your torsos are just now getting open. So let's go for the 2 punches. They hit on 8s. Oh, double 1. That's sad. Punch number 2. Okay, that one hits. So punch number 2 hits. This is going to be 12 damage to the 4, I believe, is the right torso. Takes 12 damage.
Okay, that's internal for 10.
And that is 2 or 1 crit.
Good.
All right, let's bring these combine dice over. For our Sunshine graduate mercenary soldier. 6-2 is.
You just need 1 die.
Oh, okay. Then we'll just take the 6 and say I killed the jump jet, I guess. It was the one on top. Which I suppose is probably best for LeFou. But 1 less jump is certainly not going to help him get away from these punches anytime soon.
He falls.
That's to the left. This is 6 fall damage hitting on the left side, I believe.
Yeah, it's 5 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
Right arm and left leg. Okay, he doesn't take ballot damage. He does, however, surrender when he hits the ground.
It's for the best, LeFou.
You know,
you don't want to know.
No. Because you know what? I'm tired of this patronizing fucking attitude that people from Apex Dragons have. Go fuck yourself. You people ruin my life. As Mech just like does a push up, stands up off the floor, just starts walking away. As like interviewers are just like, oh my god, he's leaving the field without interviewing. This is the first. The most dangerous place to be on Solaris is between Andre LeFou and a camera.
Adam just smiles and says to him as he walks away, "Oh, no, LeFou, your inability to take responsibility for anything is what ruined your life."
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go to a fucking interview. Adam loves the camera.
Yeah, so does everybody.
Adam's on Solaris because he loves the camera.
So it's hard to say whether first, let's be clear. This is the cyberpunk-ish year 3000 future, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I say it's hard to tell whether it's a bathrobe or kimono, I'm not demeaning either article of clothing. It's because in the cyber future, stringing like LED underlights to the inside of your clothes and then having like ultraviolet, just outside of visible spectrum power, like, you know how when you look at like Tide boxes and stuff, how they have like LED fluorescence so that when you look at them they pop. That's a thing. Look it up. His red and black kimono has all of that. And again, I say kimono, but it might just be a bathrobe the way he's wearing it, because it's kind of loose and open, and you can see his 60 plus year old man chest with like scraggly hair. He's got one of his chains from his old rapping days that says Lil Drac made out of diamonds.
Yeah.
Probably buy a small industrial mech with this chain right here. Totally ice. As the kids say, as the youth say, zoomies, don't worry, I'm one of you.
Zoomies, don't worry.
Hello, fellow zoomies.
As someone who actually technically is a zoomer, I sure as shit don't feel like one of them. Fuck.
My goodness. You remember when 9/11 happened?
I actually do, yeah.
Okay, you're not a zoomer.
It was the day after my 4th birthday.
You are a zoomer. All right,
Yeah.
I'll buy that. It's that. Okay.
I turned 24 in a week.
Pretty close. It's pretty close. You are a zoomer.
Yeah, I technically am, but I have all the cultural trappings of a millennial because
Don't worry, I'm one of you, man. I'm one of you.
I have two older sisters.
There's a thing you need to recognize, and that's that like millennial, Gen X. They're like whole 20-year time blocks, and there's huge fucking overlap between them, especially
absolutely
as like it's happening a lot faster the more technology progresses, you know.
Mm-hmm. Look, there's only one thing that we can be for certain about.
All right, listen up, you tiny little baby right here. When you've never had a 480. Have you ever seen a floppy disk? Let me ask that. In real life, an actual floppy disk.
I was computer literate
because there are kids raised nowadays that never knew anything but touchscreen smartphones. Like,
bro, I used to play games off of floppy disk when I was a kid. I grew up playing Age of Empires 2. I grew up playing Age of Empires 2.
Age of Empires. It's like Civilizations for people who have no taste.
Oh wow. Okay, AP. Okay.
I know this comment. Listen. This comment section is gonna be a fucking war zone.
Oh. Man, I hope so.
Listen,
I hope to see. I want to see people fighting over whether they want to play on Arabia or Arena.
Let me be really clear. I've never played Age of Empires. I've only played Civ, so I don't know anything about it. I'm not qualified to make that, but I know that it pisses Age of Empires players off when you say that. Yeah, so meanwhile, back at the farm, or in this case, the interview, a much-aged Wyndham Williamson III is there. It says, Adam Kasecki, Tin Man, thank you for joining me once again. I suppose I should say for the first time. Congratulations on your victory there. I know I haven't seen the mech that you've been piloting for about 5 years. What did it feel like stepping into the footsteps of a legend?
It was exhilarating. That machine moves like nothing I've ever been in the pilot seat of. It's a magical thing.
Even though that mech wasn't designed for you, you still seem to have used it at its maximum potential. Do you have a lot of experience with the kind of custom build technology that went into this particular mech?
I'm familiar with the use of the supercharger. When I was fighting along the clan front, I piloted a couple of machines that had one installed as a means of being able to keep up with clan mechs, which generally speaking have larger, more efficient engines. Being able to close the distance so that their superior energy weapon range was not as much of a problem.
Tell me about what that was like fighting on the clan front.
It was in any other war. To be perfectly frank with you. There's only one side that believed it was anything special or different. For us, it was just another set of invaders on whatever planet we were defending.
So you don't think that the clans are anything special?
I don't think the clan warrior caste is anything special. Their technology is magnificent. The scientists and labor castes really ought to be applauded. I have a great deal of respect and admiration for those people and the things that they've accomplished.
I'd like you to
the
make
clan warrior caste, on the other hand, is, well, I'll leave that for another time.
I'd like you to make a political statement roll. You know?
Absolutely. That's an 11.
Okay. Goes pretty well. I think you got some choices to make here, my friend.
Now I'm
Reduce
starting
stress
at,
by 1 and gain 1 glory.
okay. I will. I believe I start with 1 stress from guaranteeing victory at the beginning of this.
Yep.
And so this would clear that stress, right?
Yeah.
Because we cleared all stress from last season.
Yep.
Okay. And then glory resets to 0, so I have 1 glory.
Now you do. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Why the call sign Tin Man?
Oh. Because I'm a heartless romantic looking for something a little more. I've been a wandering warrior my entire life. I thought maybe there's a little more to life than moving and fighting.
Now, you aren't the only Adam who recently joined Apex Dragons. Do you have anything to say about Adam Knight?
I caught I caught a rerun of his match right after I landed. It was very good. He used his positioning well. Another soldier, I believe, right? Haven't actually had the pleasure of making it back to the barracks yet.
How did you end up coming to Solaris?
Well, there was an opportunity with Elysian Fields, contracted through Apex Dragons, to film a war documentary about the clan front. And I was, as a member of the company, featured in it quite prominently and seemed to have gained some amount of fans as a result. And along with my personal relationship with Asator as a lance mate, and also a short time we spent stationed in the same place as Hunter McGregor, I simply had the right connections to give this sort of life a shot after my tour was up.
Are you a fan of Urbi Incarnation?
You know, Asator introduced me to it some weeks back, and I must say it was good reading for the trip home.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to say to your fans, your investors, the people who've helped get you here?
Just this city. I love Solaris, the city of lights. It's like the Hollywood of old, the Taj Mahal, the monument to magic. Everywhere you look, knights drink with pirates, scum and villainy stacked with top paragons of virtue and temples to every pantheon imaginable. Everything you could ever hope for is in this city. There really is nowhere else like it.
Okay. So you get 1 experience for participating and another experience for glory for guaranteeing victory.
I think I actually am going to take the experience.
Is there anything else you wanted to do with your time?
I will spend this week, I believe, training
With
Mr.
Brody Harrison?
Yes, I figure I should get myself acquainted with the stable staff.
How do you feel like doing 100 laps out of Mech? Because that's how you... Listen, Brody Harrison needs to know what level of physical conditioning and obedience to orders you have. So,
Adam is incredibly fit and is able to run 100 laps with the best of them, and is very willing to take orders from his personal trainer
There's lots of yelling, but as a former soldier, you're used to this environment.
Yeah. And that actually levels me up.
Sure.
So I will be selecting a new move from the ex-soldier playbook. I believe. Yeah. I think I will probably take Battlefield to Boardroom.
Interesting.
I roll training instead of corporate.
Yeah.
Because my corporate is terrible. My training, on the other hand, is quite good. I have a -1 to corporate and a +1 to training. So I'll look for mechanical stuff, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think after a training session with Brody, Adam heads back to his room, whatever that looks like. I don't know if he's staying in the barracks or
It's a barracks now. I mean, it's nice. The barracks have been upgraded. It's no longer just a warehouse off the spaceport.
Like a dorm.
Well, yeah, you got the Apex Dragons has its own like compound within the city now. So it's nice. You know, it's not as good as Penthouse concierge service, but
yeah, so he's like got his own room and stuff.
yeah. Oh, multiple rooms, you know. He's got a suite.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Adam heads into his room. He's strips down out of his like training, whatever his training outfit looks like, strips down to just his like pants. And we see obviously like some scarring and such from various wounds of combat and things. But also written both tattooed on his forearms. You see the katana of Sun Zhang again, and then written on his chest again, also tattooed in the mirror. It says, "No matter where I go, I'm in the same place. Always a killer, just with a new face." And he smiles at himself in the mirror and says, "Adam, Ivan, Amos. It's always the same, isn't it?" And then he walks off to take a shower.
As that happens, we get the end credits, and then we get the post-credit scene. There's a very harsh-looking woman seated behind a desk. The desk reads Victoria Pardo, presenter. And she takes a call and says, "Who is this?" "Yes. Yes, he's finally arrived in position. Protefix Stiletto 4437, Adept 1 Row Branch." "Yes. Yes. Of course. When we have a Primus, I will answer. I don't accept him. I'm not going to use this agent this soon. They are in a covert stance right now." "I can agree to that. I'll see you at the next meeting. She hangs up the phone, and we turn to see that she pulls up a profile of Ivan Asanko, aka Adam Kaseki, aka Word of Blake ROM Agent Row Adept 1, Battletech Stiletto 4437. That's it. That's all I've got for you.
Excellent.
It's been a long road, but I didn't think having multiple secret identities, now you're up to 3 secret identities.
Yeah.
And being a mole for Word of Blake.
Hey, somebody had to show him the light at some point. Peace of Blake be upon you, AP.
Okay. Any final thoughts? Closing thoughts?
I'd like to know how people feel about the poetry before every match.
Sure.
For the
You might want to ask
vibe of
that during the poetry, because now they're going to have to, go back and rewatch it for this episode.
Nah, it's okay. It was short and it was right at the beginning. Yeah, for the romantic wandering warrior. Definitely with no secrets at all.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out. This is my last show before vacation, and then I'm off for what looks like it's essentially going to be 2 weeks. So,
yeah.
All of you Solaris shrimps, calm the F down. We'll be back at some point. How do you feel about being back, though, before I wrap this thing up?
I liked it. I had a good time. I like Adam Kaseki. I'm looking forward to playing a character who has likely cracked a little bit, having to change his face so many times.
Okay. Good. All right. I'll see you all, audience, in like 2 weeks, although you'll see me a bunch of times because I have a ton of content stored up ready to go, which begs the question, if you think I've never gone, have I ever really walked out of your life? Don't worry. I'm just going to the store to get milk and cigarettes. I'll see you guys on the far side. Have a good afternoon.